The best bathroom trends for 2027. Milan Design Week just wrapped up a little bit ago. Over 200 brands from 14 countries all showing the world where bathroom design is going. And I'm not talking about what's trending on TikTok right now or what's showing up in showrooms this season. I'm talking about what the most serious designers and manufacturers on the planet are building towards. Most of this content is going to stay in design publications and luxury showrooms, but the best of it is going to land in real homes by 2027. And if you're planning a renovation in the next 12 months, one shift at a Milan specifically is going to affect your budget in a way you probably haven't accounted for. Let's dive into it. Number 1, texture over gloss. The end of the polished surface is among us. This one is already moving and Milan confirmed it. It's not slowing down. High gloss finishes are fading across the board. What replaced them in Milan was matte stone, textured ceramics, raw concrete looking surfaces, and natural metals with visible variation in them. The phrase that kept showing up across multiple brands was materials you want to touch. And that's exactly the right way to think about it. Now, from a contractor's standpoint, this is a meaningful shift because glossy surfaces hide less than you think. Every fingerprint, every water spot, every micro scratch reads on a polished finish in a way that it doesn't on a matte or textured one. Textured matte tile in a bathroom is genuinely easier to maintain than high gloss porcelain that it's replacing, and it's landing around the same price point. Large format matte porcelain tile can run anywhere from $6 to $12 a square foot, depending on the format and the finish. The textured stone looks, well, those are coming in around the same range. This is a trend where the practical performance and the aesthetic direction are aligned, which is the best situation you can be in when you're making a permanent material decision. The resale also very strong. Polished surfaces are already starting to read as a specific era. Matte and textured finishes are where the market is moving, and they're going to look current for longer. Number 2, sculptural fixtures. The bathroom as an architecture. Milan made it clear that fixtures are no longer selected from a catalog. They're designed as architectural statements. Guys, these marble surfaces arranged at different heights and angles is a perfect example. Patricia Urgola's floating geometry collection for Salvatore basins on recessed steel supports that are nearly invisible is another one. The direction across multiple brands is the same. Everything in the bathroom is now sculptural objects, not just functioning ones. What does this mean in real renovation is that the fixture itself is increasingly becoming the design centerpiece. Well, and that changes how you budget. A standard semi-recessed basin can run you anywhere from $200 to $600. A sculptural vessel with a architectural basin or a design-forward manufacturer, now these can run anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. The labor to set up and plumb a sculptural fixture correctly also runs higher because the tolerances are much tighter. But when a basin or a freestanding tub doing the visual work that used to require a full tile treatment or a complex built-in, the math can actually work in your favor if you plan it from the start. Now, I know we talk about tubs being out or in, but this year, these sculptural art pieces of basins and tubs are making such an impact. I think you're going to see bathrooms change pretty soon. Number 3, the wellness bathroom. Spa infrastructure in a home. This was the dominant theme across the entire show. The phrase well-being through water, well, it came up brand after brand after brand, and it translated into specific products. Steam shower systems, hydrotherapy panels, circadian lighting rigs that shift color temperature throughout the day, water delivery systems, custom flow, pressure, temperature settings. Guys, everything. The overhead steam system, designed to convert a home shower into a personal spa space, was one of the most talked about pieces of the show. Here's the contractor's reality check on this trend. The concept is sound, and the demand for it in the luxury market is genuine, but the infrastructure required is significant, and it has to be planned before the walls are closed. A steam shower requires a vapor-tight enclosure, a dedicated steam generator, a separate waterproofing membrane, and it requires special drain configuration that can handle condensation differently than a standard shower. The generator itself can run anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 depending on the brand and the size of your enclosure. The additional waterproofing and enclosure adds anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 on top of your standard shower cost to build these. Now, total premium over a standard shower, $5,000 to $12,000 if done correctly. For Florida clients specifically, this is a significant opportunity. The wellness conversation resonates in this market, and a well-built steam shower and a Naples bathroom is a real differentiator at the price points where Becker Custom Builders operates. So this is home for me. I'm actually doing one right now. Number 4, the bathroom blending into the home. This is the biggest architectural shift that came out of Milan, and it's one that's the furthest from a standard renovation practice right now. Brand after brand, including Falper and Agape, showed bathrooms that were not separated from the bedroom or the closet by a traditional door and wall configuration. Same flooring running through from the sleeping area into the bathroom. Same material palette, same tone. The bathroom as a sensory extension of the home rather than a closed-off utility room. The way this translates into a real renovation is through material continuity and layout decisions that get made early. If the same large format tile or hardwood surface is going to run from the bedroom into the bathroom, that design affects the subfloor system, the waterproofing, the membrane location, and the threshold detailed at the transition points. These are not expensive decisions to make, but when the renovation is planning, they need to be done. They become expensive when they're trying to add on after the fact. At the high end of this shift, the full open plan bathroom layout, whether the shower and soaking areas are integrated into the bedroom suite without full enclosure walls, this requires ventilation and moisture management strategies that goes well beyond the standard bathroom HVAC. Now, this is a conversation to have with your contractor who has done one of these before, not something to figure out during construction. Before we keep going, let me tell you something real quick. The most expensive mistakes in any renovation don't happen during demolition. They don't even happen when the tile is going up or when the cabinets get installed. They happen long before any of that. In the conversations that you had before you sign anything, when you don't know what questions to ask. And your contractor, well, they're not volunteering the answers. I put together a free renovation playbook built from over 500 completed luxury projects. It covers exactly what an estimate is probably missing, the things that show up later as change orders, surprises, and budget overruns that nobody warned you about. Kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, the spaces that most of the money goes, and of course, most of the decisions get made. It's completely free. The link is in the description. Go grab it before you talk to anyone. Number 5, lighting that shifts with you. Milan's treatment of lighting in the bathrooms was fundamentally different from how most residential renovations approach it. Not just layered lighting that I've spoke about for years, a sense of adding a sconce next to the mirror, circadian lighting systems that shift color, temperature from cool to activating light in the morning, to a warm, low-intensity light in the evening. Designers are treating light as a material in the bathroom the same way they treat stone and tile. The practical version of this for a renovation that's happening now is simpler than it sounds. The infrastructure is the same, regardless of whether you install a basic dimmer system or a fully programmable circadian rig. It runs in the circuits, rough in the locations, and put the right dimmer compatible fixtures in place. The cost difference between a standard bathroom lighting plan and one that's fully wired, fully programmable, is maybe $800 to $2,500 in additional electrical work. Now, the cost to refit this after the walls are closed would be obviously 2 to 3 times more. Plan for it now, even if you want to install the full system later. Number 6, seamless integration. Hidden drains, invisible storage, no visible seams. The minimalism direction out of Milan isn't the cold, empty minimalism of a decade ago. It's warmer. It's resolved, where every element is intentional. Every detail is hidden that can be hidden. Concealed drain channels flush with the floor. Integrated storage behind mirror systems that have no visible hardware. Vanities that appear to float with no visible support structure. Surfaces that run floor to ceiling with no visible interruption. This direction is more expensive to build than it looks. And that's the part that most homeowners don't anticipate. A linear drain, channel flush with a large format tile floor requires precise substrate work and a specific installation sequence. If the substrate isn't perfectly level and the drain isn't set at the exact right height before the tile goes in, the finished floor won't drain correctly, and the visual effect won't read the way it's supposed to. Labor for a precision drain installation in a large format tile floor runs anywhere from $800 to $2,000, more than just a standard center drain. A floating vanity installation with concealed support brackets adds anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 over a standard vanity set. These are not expensive additions in the context of a full bathroom renovation, but they are expensive additions if you weren't in the original estimate and they show up as a change order after the demo is done. Number 7, sustainable as a performance standard, not a marketing claim. The last shift out of Milan is the one thing that's going to take the longest to land in standard renovation conversations, but it's moving. Water-efficient delivery systems, sustainable material sourcing, finishes designed for longevity and repairability rather than replacement. The framing coming out of Milan is that the bathroom is built to last 30 years with quality materials and more sustainable than the one built to look current 5 years from now that gets renovated over and over again. Now, from a contractor standpoint, this is a conversation I'm already having with clients who are thinking about a long-term value rather than immediate trend alignment. The materials that perform over 30 years are large format porcelain, solid stone, quality solid wood vanities with real wood veneer, and plumbing fixtures from manufacturers who have replacement parts available for 20 years. Now, these are not always the most trend-forward choices. They are consistently the choices that hold up the best at resale and cost the least to maintain over the long ownership period. The sustainability angle also intersects with building code in Florida in ways that are worth understanding. Water efficiency standards for fixtures are tightening. Low flow shower heads, dual flush toilets, and smart integration systems are increasingly standard in new construction. Plus, readily available now in high-end renovation. Speccing that standard now puts you ahead of the code requirements rather than chasing them in the future. Here's how I'd like to translate everything that came out of Milan into a practical framework for real renovation decisions. If you're renovating in the next 12 months, go textured matte tiles over gloss. Invest in lighting infrastructure even if you don't install the full system right now. And build your shower for steam capability even if you don't add the generator immediately. Those 3 decisions cost relatively little to make during open wall construction and significantly more to add, of course, after the fact. If you're working with a higher budget, the wellness bathroom is not a luxury indulgence right now. It's a market differentiator. A properly built steam shower with layered lighting, quality tactile materials is where high-end renovation conversation is going and a standard in most renovations that I am doing personally. The bathroom is no longer an afterthought in a home. Milan confirmed what the best contractors already know. It's one of the most important rooms in the house. And decisions that you make in that bathroom are among the most permanent ones that you'll probably make. Drop a comment and tell me which one of these trends you thought was most interesting bringing into your own project, or which one of these surprised you the most coming out of Milan. I read all the comments, guys. I try to respond to everyone. Don't forget about the Renovation Playbook. It's in the description. I'm Blake from Built by Becker. Smash that subscribe button. There's a lot more coming, and I hope that you guys love this one on what is coming for 2027. Thanks for watching Built by Becker.